gentlemen, and everybody out there, welcome to RetroWDW Movie Night 18. Can you believe we've done 18 of these, gentlemen?
I can.
My gosh.
Seems like we've done 50.
That's crazy. Oh, look at this. We got people. What are the odds the audio doesn't work? Yeah, that's probably pretty high. So,
Can people hear us?
well, they're not saying no yet, so that's a good start as I look
Yeah.
down here. So, I'll continue to talk because then they'll just say, "Oh, we can hear Todd fine," and then 5 minutes later, when I'm done talking, they won't be able to hear any of you. So,
I can hear you.
oh, that's good, loud and clear, awesome. Well, we're doing well
good.
tonight.
Look at
That's a start. So,
They
all
all
right.
They all missed Todd's panic over the video not working during the testing phase. So,
Oh my gosh, that thing just did not want to work. I don't know what the problem was. So, all right. Well, gentlemen, welcome to this evening's movie night. Where are you coming in? Is that Catwalk? Where are you?
Yeah, I'm trying to get to the living seas. I'm not there yet. So give me a
Okay.
minute.
I like the outfit. I really love the
he's
the
moving
jacket.
locations.
Look at
I'm trying to get out of this 21 rum salute and get to the living seas, but I'm waiting. The waitress is slow, so I haven't been able to pay my bill yet.
Do tell us about that time you went down to Sea Base Alpha, because that is quite the jumper. Do you have pants on too, or is it?
Well,
It's a one piece.
It's a one
that's
piece.
proprietary information.
Okay,
Todd.
all right.
It's-
It is warm. It
pants
is warm.
on.
We've heard.
Yeah, it's hot. It's a little hot here in Florida.
Oh,
The
my
first
goodness.
5 minutes you're asking us what we got on underneath, Todd. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about anything else. We're fine. We're fine. JT coming in from the Hall of Presidents. Looking
Yes,
up
happy
in there.
President's Day.
Yeah,
And,
we've got a special treat tonight, as always, on that too.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, and Mr. Brian, it's like Brian with Brian over his shoulder. It's like, is that
Yeah.
the devil Brian or is that the angel Brian? And then you've got
He's
Nixon,
got Nixon on
on
one
the other
shoulder.
side. Yeah,
I don't know. I'd need our Wonders of Life experts to tell me which shoulder.
That's
is,
right.
Is
Who do
this
you
one
listen
there.
to?
Yeah.
2009 Brian or Nixon?
But I mean, it depends on the topic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am wearing red in there, so that could be the devil Brian, and
Yeah.
Nixon could be my good inner voice. Who knows?
Exactly. Look, and look at Nixon. They're both looking into each of your ears too.
Yeah. Well, it's President's Day, and
That's right.
it's me and President Nixon here in the ballroom of the Americas.
That's right.
So
Well, we've got a great show for you guys tonight, for everybody out there. We have some early 1970s home movies with a hotel room. We have one that I've affectionately dubbed the crappiest home movie of Walt Disney World of all time. We're going to take a little trip through the Epcot Educational Media series and stray a little bit from the park there, but it's a hoot. We have the Preview Center, Cypress Gardens, and Circus World doing a little good neighbor here this night, and we have got some 16 millimeter action at SeaWorld and Walt Disney World, and then our President's Day salute would be the Hubert Humphrey at Walt Disney World, which we ran before, but we've got to show it again. It's short, and
it's President's Day.
It's President's Day. That's right. And if you all behave, we might have some little teasers and little short clips from our upcoming new Revisited that we're going to talk about a little bit later. So, but because the way that we wanted to get the video to everybody, we wanted to do something where these gentlemen wouldn't have to have their local machine. It decided not to cooperate with us tonight, even though it worked on the last stream. So I have to do a little housekeeping here and get some of these videos programmed in, these films. But Brian is going to talk a little bit about something coming up that we wanted to announce. So I'm going to go mute here. I'm going to fix everything. And hope you'll see a bunch of things flashing on the screen. Don't worry. Do not adjust your sets. And what I will do is I'll put us into our movie watching mode over here on the left-hand side. There we are. So that looks good. And then, Brian, you can take it away while I set up these videos, okay?
I have no idea what Todd's talking about, what I'm supposed to be telling you.
What we talked about
But-
today.
I'm just teasing you.
Oh,
But
all right.
I'm telling Sean down there in Australia, I didn't have off today. I don't think Hal had off today, and I know Todd didn't have off today. So we don't do that's usually President's Day is usually a government worker holiday, but not doesn't
I
generally
will
hit
disappoint
the,
you. I did have the day
Oh,
off.
were you really?
I did have
Well,
the day off.
then you have no excuse. I'm with Sean. You should have had all this stuff ready to go.
I was working on it. It didn't work. It broke tonight. So
Yeah. Anyway, we did some build up here. Todd and I got the word. The boys and I got the word late last week, Friday, I think it was, that we have secured our location for Retro Magic. So the desired location, I think we've talked about it before, was to end up on Crescent Lake there in the Epcot resort area, since this topic is Retro Magic is going to be celebrating the 40th, the end of the 40th and the beginning of the 41st year of Epcot Center. And so we will be in the Yacht Club Convention Center right there on Crescent Lake the weekend of September 30th and October 1st, the anniversary weekend. So get out there. We'll have a page. We have a page up now at retromagic.org, I think it is, that will let you, if you haven't already signed up for updates and things like that, for when tickets go on sale. But it's going to be big. We're casting a wide net, trying to bring some old friends and a lot of new friends who had something to do with Epcot Center, to bring them to Florida and give you the opportunity to meet them and have your time with them. That's what we really look to do, right? That's what differentiates us from some of these other events, is we try to give everybody an opportunity to get your thing signed or get your picture. Bunny, stop dropping names in there.
Now, before you go any farther, I thought we had all agreed on the Palace Hotel Ballroom up on Lake Wazzapamani.
Well, they're all out of orange whips too, I heard.
All right,
Yeah.
all right.
So,
Yacht Club it is.
Yep,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yacht Club it is. But there's just the event will feel a little different because we'll be out of the Contemporary this time.
First time ever.
Well, we were in the Living Seas Lounge the first time.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah.
So that one sort of counts. But yes, we are venturing beyond the Contemporary and onto Lake Epcot there, and it's going to be a blast. But yes, we are going to try to bring some folks to town who haven't been here before, in addition to bringing back some of the Epcot folks who have been here before, and some of the more famous Epcot people who you've seen 3, 4, or 5 times, but you've never had the opportunity to fondle, touch, have signed things, get a photo
Fondle,
with.
that's a heavy word.
Well, it depends on the person.
I
You know?
suppose.
It
Sure.
depends on the person.
Some are down, some are not.
Only with permission. Only with
Yes.
permission. But yeah, so I'm also trying. No, there will not be handwiches. There will absolutely not be handwiches.
Right.
I'm
Sorry.
reading here. It's going to be a different feel on this one.
We beat that horse.
I think that we've satiated the handwich shortage as best we can, and now it is in the hands of Disney Culinary to fulfill that desire.
Honestly, I'm not going
Or
to go
you can just
chase
fly
them all
out
down
to
again.
Cozy Cone Cafe at California Adventure and
That's right.
eat all the sandwiches you want, because it's the same bread cone.
Yep,
So-
you got it.
So there's
everybody
194
seems to-
people on here. I mean, not a ton. The 194 people have agreed to hang out with us.
Yep.
Can we give them anything special? Any special news? Anything you have?
We got something big.
Is that it?
That's it.
That's it.
I mean, it's going to be our biggest event ever.
Yeah.
There's going to be, I can tell you that the VIP meet and greets and the whole Lake
That's
Buena Vista
something right
Village,
there.
the Lake Buena Vista Village area, which will probably, Todd will kill me, but we're probably going to have to make signs now. They call it Communicore or something.
Oh yeah,
for this
that's
event.
okay. We can do that. Yeah, we need to be. What's the name of the place?
Centaurium.
Centaurium.
Thank you.
It'll be
I
Centaurium.
learned something over the past 8 years.
Yeah, our younger generation has.
So
has come
that's going to
in.
be in a separate area from the main ballroom and the main presentation room. So people will have opportunities to spend time with the celebrities and VIPs, for lack of a better word, and peruse the exhibits and meet people and have books signed and things like that, separate and apart from the main ballroom where the panels will primarily happen. It's going to be mostly panels. But we have a lot of invites to get out. We've had preliminary discussions with a lot of folks, and we're trying to bring some top people. And I am going to, now that I see Alan and Bunny and these folks, it is going to be called Epcot 40 Yondel now. Fondle. Epcot Fondle.
Epcot. EPF.
40
EP
NDLE.
Oh, my goodness.
That's going to be Hal get working on the graphic. So.
Just 2 hands. So.
But yeah, so, and we'll, it's a weekend of fun.
Yep.
And there'll still be an opportunity on Sunday is the actual 1st of October. So we'll certainly wrap up in enough time for people who have park admission to just wander over to Epcot and see whatever they're doing that night in the park by the end of the day.
That's right.
And it's going to be a fun weekend. And
so if anybody out there is not on our mailing list, you need to go right to your phone or your favorite PC or your internet cafe in the local area and go to see how he's doing it right now. He's touching his newfangled smart telephone. If anybody catches the reference, I want to see that in the chat. So go to RetroMagic.org. And from there, you can sign up for the mailing list. And once tickets and all the details are on sale, you and everybody else will receive emails for all the information. And Jason says he's dialing up his AOL, so it's going to be a little while for him. So, were you able to connect there to the web of the world?
Yeah, retromagic.org, right?
.org. We're live QA testing this right now. We're doing our quality assurance.
Thanks, Cross.
Yep.
Look at that.
It works.
It works.
Tested it today myself.
Technology.
Tested that and didn't get this audio stuff working. But anyway, we're good.
Haste in real life movie night the night before is when we'll be doing the A, we've spent all day setting up, B, some kind of VIP event.
Yep.
So no, we won't be doing a live movie night, but we will let you buy us a cocktail at the end of the night.
That's right.
Because we'll be exhausted.
Absolutely. So details will be released as they come through. So
I mean, we can tell you this for Tammy Tucky's on the chat. Tammy's going to be there.
Yep.
Jeff Crawford and Michael Crawford are going to be there. Jeff's going to be our musical director.
He's already Brian. Yesterday he gave me some information back on that project that we were working on too. So and that's
very
musical.
good.
So that
Very
was taken
good.
care of. So
we're going to have.
I said it's going to be big. There's big stuff we're working.
Todd's working on.
It's going to be really huge. I might get working on it. I think it's going to be huge. You're not going to want to miss this.
That's right.
It's going to be big. It's October. Did you hear it's October? All we have is a date, and it's huge.
Yeah, Todd has been
fondle.
working for months with an Imagineer, an original designer on bringing back as best we can one of the attractions and having you experience it as best you can. So that's happening, and we are going to be spending the next month working on getting a lot of big names there.
Yep.
So,
it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
we're looking forward to it. Like you said, Brian, our biggest event yet. So
this is going to be the crescendo. It probably won't get bigger than this in the future. So we're swinging for the fences.
Yep.
As best we can.
And we're going to bring back some old favorites too. People that are, they may not be presenting, but we know they're fan favorites. You guys love meeting them. They love meeting you. They'll be back as well to share anecdotal stories and meet with you and everything. So
Bill Cork.
Yep.
We would like Bill. Well, Bill Cork didn't have anything to do with Epcot. That's the price. So we are sticking to Epcot on this one.
All Epcot.
Unless he gave narration driving the friendship boats around World Showcase again.
That's right.
But
Bill Cork is my Ed truck. That's the
Ed
truck.
If we get enough donations too, I will bring a projector down, and maybe we'll have a private. We'll just put it on a loop, 8mm, just over and over until it melts. And I'm not bringing the adult film.
They have those loop ones that could just keep running.
Exactly. It'll just be in a corner in a dark
till
corner
the bulb runs out.
Yeah, that way people can see what it really is like. But I'll ship one down. So. All right. Speaking of home movies, we should get started. Let me put us back over to our.
Are we showing home movies on this movie night, or are we just going to talk about?
Just throwing carrots out and nuggets.
Yeah, I thought we should do some. So, gentlemen, because of the mess up, I did send you all the zip file that has all of our files in it. So we're gonna have to do the silly on my mark thing again. But all right. So what do we have tonight? Up first, let me just go to my other file system here and just make sure we get this right, so I'm not introducing something that's completely wrong. All right, up first.
Well, while you're queuing that up, let me give a little more insight, just for those of you who are going to be planning rooms and things like that. So, because it's going to be on Crescent Lake, that obviously gives you all the resorts that are around the boardwalk there, which is the boardwalk, the Swan and Dolphin, the Yacht and Beach Club. But in addition to that, think about all the Skyliner resorts, because the Skyliner will literally drop you off about a 5-minute walk from the event. So you can stay at all my travel agents in the chat here. Riviera, Art of Animation, Pop Century, Caribbean Beach. I think those are the 4. If I'm missing one, somebody holler. But, there's a lot of options there for you. Or you could stay on one of the motels on 192 and just take an Uber, so there's a lot of options there.
Yeah.
$29 a night. Bring your own lock.
Your own smoke detector, CO detector, everything. All right. So what do we've got here tonight? Well, we are going to go with number 1. This is titled, gentlemen. And remember, I give these titles. They're home movies that come to me. And actually, we've got... See, I'm in the vault, as you can see. There is plenty of air in here, but we received another 16mm goodie here today. That's going to go down to, or yesterday, I don't know when it came, but it's going to go down to a bunch of other films that are being worked on right now. We've got some 16mm Eastern Airline commercials and some new videos that keep coming back. So a lot of great stuff. So we're going to start this one off. This one was titled 1970 Disney World and Hotel Room. Really ripping title there, but this one does have some audio. It's not good at all. The audio is poor. The camera work is not exactly fantastic.
This is the 1971 number 1.
Yep, number 1. So,
number 1.
When you gentlemen are ready...
How did they have a video in 1970?
What's that?
It just says 1970, but...
When did the park open?
Oh, 19... Yeah, 19... It should be 1970s. That's what it meant. Because I can't...
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
It's like, this is a... All right,
gentlemen. So on my mark, everybody have it queued up and ready?
We're ready.
I have it queued up and ready.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, go.
And I'm big on Cowboy Hat Boy right off the bat.
Yeah, he needs a horse.
Well, I love when the kid. I love this kid's face though.
He's like a young Roddy McDowell.
Yeah, he's what we call a ham. 1982.
And there's a lot of people in this, which is really interesting because when people took their cameras down to Disney World,
that is Beardy.
Yeah, Beardy. They didn't take.
Oh.
They really tried to do the attractions to bring back what was to home to what they saw, but they got very heavy with the family here. So.
Well, that's good.
And Brian, remember we did recently purchase Mom and Bubba Go to Walt Disney World. That's coming too in a few weeks.
Is it really?
Yes, we were able to obtain that. Mom and Bubba Go to Walt Disney World.
People on the castle. People on the castle.
People on the castle?
Yeah, people are up on the
overlook there.
Yeah.
They're
don't jump.
Operators on break.
Yeah.
Telephone operators on break out there smoking a Salem. Oh, Christmas lights.
So it is Christmas. Focus. I think there's a castle there-ish. I don't know.
Thank you, Laura, New York 23, for picking up my Michael Scott line. That's one of my favorite Michael Scott lines. About that is Beardy. I'm going to go introduce myself. That's just what I call him.
Somebody asks any new early Epcot stuff in the pipeline. Still hard to come by. We've got some stuff, but not a lot. Also, too, a lot of times when these films come in, when we know they're all Disney World, we don't really screen them, so we just send them out, and sometimes we get some.
Looks like there are some light bulbs that are out, which I know is not supposed to have happened.
Never happened. Never happened until Bob Chapek got there. Then light bulbs started to go out. Like half the friggin' town hall is the light bulbs. Oh, what are we drinking in the room there?
I don't know. It looks like Seagrams.
Kids are drinking it.
Little apple juice, or
so. Is this a Disney hotel room? Let's see. If we can.
There's no mini fridge. If
I don't.
That's RC Cola.
RC, yeah. RC Cola.
Oh, she's got a little something special to add to it there. Foot powder.
He's got a receipt or something? Are they? Oh, that's his
ticket.
Should
be listening. That's his ticket. We should be listening to him. That's because that would be right. He said 1982.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What's that light fixture there? That'll tell you something.
Yeah,
if it's
So the person said 19. I have to listen to these more. I gotta send them out and get them.
Got to make it temporary.
And we're back at Tomorrowland, right?
Yeah, look at those shirts.
And the tickets hanging there. What a horrible idea. Just dangling.
30 seconds left on this one. It's a shorty.
These kids are so happy.
Was Magic Kingdom on the magnetic ticket in 82 as well? Just DC. It was just Epcot.
Look at him taking the cowboy hat for a spin again.
That's it.
Oh, there he is.
So is that a cast member, or did one of the family members dress up as a cowboy? Like, is that?
No,
he just has a button on.
Yeah.
It looks like and that's it.
That's all.
Believe it or not, those kinds of shirts were available in the JCPenney catalog.
I'm aware. I'm aware. I just didn't know if it was.
I've got more questions than answers now. Is
yeah, maybe he's real cowfolk. I mean, you never know.
Well, he's in the wrong land.
Uncle Texas.
He didn't utilize the utilidors
to sneak out from. He doesn't know the exits very well, JT. He's got the left and right. All right,
no, that was not the crappiest.
No, this one I just called the crappiest home movie of Walt Disney World. Everybody on the chat can agree or disagree, or agree to disagree, whichever way you want to go. I mean. That first one wasn't that great either, but this one I think is. I think this one takes the cake. All right, gentlemen, you ready for the crappiest home movie?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. On my mark, 1, 2, 3, go.
A little flipping around.
Okay.
Oh, topiaries.
Beauty shot of the topiary.
Oh, it's a little thin. I mean, that's
the Golden Girls over there.
I'm a girl.
The topiary's seen better days.
Well, they were all handcrafted back then, unlike the fake topiaries they put out now.
Might have been wintertime.
Not a single oil drip on that track either. They change the gaskets on the motors every night.
Oh. Look at that.
Roofless.
Hey,
topless.
Topless teacups.
Right.
Well, it's the first 2 years of the park then.
I feel like this person didn't know they could zoom out,
Yeah.
Well,
or they come with the wrong lens, Todd.
No, exactly. No. So we'll remind people as you're watching this, they couldn't, like, a lot of them, like my grandfather's literally just had like a little plastic thing that flipped up that showed you a square. Like, you didn't really know what your camera was shooting or what the setting was. And, it wasn't like a driver's license. Anybody could buy a movie camera, and you didn't necessarily have to know how to really work it. So
there's Mickey.
Yeah, there's.
But I love all the long shots with like just people in front of them. There's just.
This is one of those castles.
Your bell's being rung in the chat there, Hal.
Oh,
Samantha wants a T-shirt that says, "I'm here for the topless teacups."
Teacups are better topless. That's what it should say. Oh, there's a guy using a camera. Look at him.
Yeah,
it
doesn't even look like the camera. And look at him panning there.
So he's got he's
got a better vantage point than
he
this.
paused.
This guy's
you see that? He took a break there.
Exactly. Yeah. This guy is actually.
He doesn't
filming
care
the
about the mayor.
Now we need that footage. That's what we want.
There's one across the street too.
Where to get the
look at that lady shooting.
Yeah,
right there, right in front of him.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Where do I get the outfit with those tight white and red pinstripe pants with the blue shirt that guy had on next to the camera operator?
Oh my goodness.
from the 70s.
I'm excited about this next film, Todd.
All right, so we got to talk a little bit about this. So
10 minutes.
Yeah, so it is 10 minutes. It's a while. This is part of the Epcot Educational Media Series, which was a number of 16 millimeter films that were produced, kind of JT for the teachers to bring back or rent from their local library. 16 millimeter films.
Let me jump, because what they did was they produced Walt Disney educational media. Starting in the 50s, they had film strips and films and all. And then when they decided to do Epcot, like starting around like 1980, 81, once they had the logo down and all, they started branding all of their educational films as Epcot Educational Media. Anything that was remotely tied to one of the sponsors or themed areas of the new park, which they stuck to till like 85, maybe 86, and then kind of started to wane a bit. And so this is I think we can all describe the excitement that used to, those of us who are Gen Xers or older, when you'd walk into the classroom and there'd be a film projector set up.
Sitting on that four-wheeled cart, right?
Yeah.
There'd be, and you could judge how long you would be watching the film by the size of the reel. You'd be really disappointed if the 5-inch reel was there. You're like, it's only like 8 minutes. But when you got the big honking wheel, like the 16-incher, you knew the entire time that in that classroom was going to be spent. Hal's giving a thumbs up. Film. He remembers that. So, and there was always the teacher where it broke and she didn't know. This happened in my class, and dumped all the film on the floor, and nobody told her on purpose. So it's like.
And in later years, middle school, high school, students would be called upon. You could be a member of the audio-visual club.
Yeah.
And one of your jobs was to wheel the carts in and out of the classrooms and all, instead of having somebody like a school employee do it.
I did that.
And years ago, I named our Slack channel that deals with restoring films, the Audio-Visual Club, which is the name it holds today.
Exactly. Yep. I see Art Miles says that was me. I did that as well. Oh, JT fell off. Where'd he go? Oh, he's back.
Yeah,
I'm here.
Bunny asked why we're talking about it, but because it was mostly videos by the time the next generation came. It was mostly still U-matic in some cases, but mostly VHS tapes had replaced the films.
And they would wheel a 20-inch, 24-inch television on top of this giant cart, and there were straps on it, because if that thing fell over, it would kill somebody.
Yeah.
So it was all strapped, and they had to lock the wheels and stuff.
I think I told this story once before, but right before we start this, so in my senior year in high school, which is the year that Oliver Stone's movie JFK came out, I did a presentation in one of my classes on the film, and was using a clip from the JFK film for the presentation. I had the on the big TV on the cart. And so I'm standing there and I'm running the thing. And all of a sudden, as I'm running it, like the thing just starts going haywire. It's pausing. It's going backwards. It stopped. And I'm standing there. What is going on here? And out in the hallway through the window, Mike Perbix, who was the AV coordinator for the high school, is standing there with another remote control, pissing his pants laughing as he's sitting there screwing up my presentation to the class. So
that is awesome.
Yeah, it was an all-time great moment.
Well, here we got some a couple people are like, what kind of projector did this look like? So I just did a quick thing here. So
a 16 millimeter to show them?
here's what we're talking about here, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. That's what would be sitting on a cart. Something similar to this, but that's the big reel there, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot of film.
That's a 16 millimeter film. And that's probably about anywhere from 25 to 30 minutes, probably.
Yeah. Yep, somewhere in there, depending on the frames per second and stuff that they use it. So,
seen in Gremlins. Yes.
Right.
Yes, Alan. As seen in Gremlins in the high science classroom.
So we actually have two 16 millimeters tonight. This is a 16 millimeter. That we're gonna see here in just a moment. So, gentlemen, on my mark, there is audio for this. I think we should turn ourselves down a little bit and let people listen in to what.
Yeah, I want to hear it. We haven't heard it.
You haven't heard it yet, so it's a hoot. we can laugh along or do some other, say some things. But all right, here we go. This is very pertinent for everybody out there. I hope that you learned something and that you can take away how computers can enrich your lives moving forward, because we all have to learn to live with computers. So here we go, gentlemen. On my mark.
Are you turning us down, Todd, or are we turning ourselves down?
You could mute yourself there. Mute yourself there locally. If you want to say something, you could speak up. You can.
Or as Archie Bunker would say, stifle yourself.
Yes, stifle yourself,
Okay.
gentlemen. All right.
Tell us when.
On my mark, 3, 2, 1, go.
Enjoy the countdown.
Yes, Connie? No. I did not say the Pilgrims were turkeys. I said they ate turkeys. Yes, I know. You were just off by one word. Okay, you two, break it up. You were helping him study. With him upside down, I have but one rule. No karate before lunch. Diane, get away from that contraption. What is that contraption? It must be new. But what is it? I know, a TV. No, a typewriter TV. No, a TV typewriter. I wonder what it is.
Ask any kid. They'll tell you.
Oh, will you people be quiet, please? How did you get in here?
Well, I just drifted in. My name's Amy.
Oh, I'm Elmer. And you're a kid, so could you tell me what this thing is?
Sure, it's a computer.
A computer?
Actually, a microcomputer. Mr. Henderson's class will be using it.
Oh, I thought computers were just something that fouled up my bills.
Elmer, computers themselves don't foul up. They just do what they're told.
Oh, they do, huh? Roll over. Shake hands. Play dead. Well, 1 out of 3 is not bad.
No, what I meant was computers don't have ideas of their own. All they know is what we tell them. You talk to the computer by typing things on this keyboard. On the monitor, you can see what you've typed and see the computer's answer.
Hey, you must be one of those genius kids. A child tragedy.
A child prodigy? Not me. Kids all over the world are working with computers. It's just a part of what kids have to know these days.
Where are you going? That's a coat closet.
No, it's not. Come on.
Sure was yesterday. Where are we?
Butte, Montana, 4th Avenue School, Miss Hartley's class. They're using computers in their classwork. And you don't have to whisper. They can't see us or hear us.
They can't see us or hear us? How'd you do that? Hello! Hello!
Because if we go there, we'll get food.
Yes, sirree, ladies and gentlemen. How this little honey of a machine will change your life. It'll wash your hair and iron your clothes and take your dog for a walk.
Elmer, it can't do those things.
Well, then, what can it do?
For one thing, it can teach. This social studies group is herding cattle through Texas.
Herding cattle?
They have to make decisions like food supply, the weather, and the best route to take, just like the early ranchers did.
So let's round them up and move them out.
Get along, little doggies. Rebecca's working on her creative writing using a program called the word processor.
But what about Miss Hartley and all the other teachers? Why, they'll be as long gone as the horse and buggy.
That's not true. In fact, the computer will help teachers by freeing them to do what they do best, helping students with their work and suggesting new things for them to try.
You mean with computers helping out, why, they'll have more time to spend with each kid.
That's right. In Miss Hartley's class, while kids are finding out about geography and math, they're also learning computer literacy.
Litter? Where?
No, not litter. Literacy. Computer literacy. It means knowing what computers can do, what they can't do, and how to use them. After all, it won't be long before working a computer will be as important a skill as using a telephone or driving a car. You know, computers aren't just used in schools.
Oh, yeah? Butte, Montana?
Kokomo, Indiana. The Martinez Zone.
Boy, fella could get lost around here. Boy, now, this is more like it.
Home computers are good for playing games, but any kid will tell you they're good for a lot more than that.
Hey, Chris, can I use that for a second? I need some information on a paper I'm writing.
Okay, sure. Using a telephone device called a modem, Maria can hook into a data bank, which is a type of electronic library. Thanks, Chris. Chris is starting an electronic letter to a friend in Texas.
Electronic letter? What's he gonna use? Electric stabs?
No, Elmer. When he's finished, he'll send it over the telephone wires to a clearinghouse called an electronic bulletin board. Then, his friend in Texas can hook in by phone and read the letter through his computer.
Can you imagine that?
There are lots of other home uses for the computer, like family budgeting, keeping records of phone numbers and addresses, or even learning French in your spare time.
French?
That's not all. There are computers all around. For instance, in microwave ovens, clocks, and other appliances.
Boy, this is some family room.
No, Elmer. We're not in their house anymore. This is where Mrs. Martinez works.
Well, she sure doesn't have far to go to get to work.
Her office, like more and more these days, is using computer terminals for communication, billing, and filing. Even things like memos are done on computers, so workers are using less paper. Home sweet home.
Sometime you're gonna have to show me how you did that. You know, maybe I should give that computer another try. Hey, this is great. You know, for a kid, you know a lot of stuff.
Well, thank you, Elmer.
Oh, I didn't hear you come in.
Well, I didn't mean to disturb you while you're all alone at the computer.
All alone? You didn't see anyone else in here?
No.
You can't go in there. That's Butte, Montana.
Well, yesterday it was a closet.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I wonder if that thing hooks up to a broom.
Comments. I could not keep up with the chat. I don't know if you could, gentlemen, and watched at the same time. It was hard to keep up.
Computers have a strong pull for those of us who were there for their introduction into the schools. And
that's right. So a couple things, a couple interesting quotes came up in questions that people were curious about. One said, "Oh, did you see a yellow line down the center of the screen? Does anybody else have that?" Yeah, and that's don't adjust your sets. That's actually a scratch in the original film that we have. That scratch came from probably somebody either misloading the film into a projector, a piece of debris in the gate.
Yeah, just a projector that had something in it.
Yeah, and what happens is that it scratches through a thin layer on the film, and the reason you see color is because you would have to scratch all the way through the different layers of color in order to get to something clear. So you're seeing that they are nearly impossible to remove from a film restoration. Maybe some very, very expensive software can do it. If this was, Gone with the Wind, we might do that frame by frame. And that takes a lot of time. There are about 13,000 frames and just in this picture alone. Some other people commented on, did schools actually have computers like this? Absolutely. There were computer labs. We had 8, 9, 10 Atari 800s hooked up. You could go down there. It was the only air-conditioned room in the school. It was a great place to go on a hotter day for recess.
My fifth grade year, which would have been 84, 85, I started a year in Catholic school, and they had this lab of IBM PC Juniors that was brand new. Terrible computers, by the way. If you ever read about the IBM PC Junior, like 37 things IBM did wrong with them. But then about 3/4 of the way through the year, I moved to public school, and they had like 3 labs of Apple IIes. And it was like, this is the greatest thing that's ever happened to me in my life. And middle school was by the middle school, we got Apple II GSs,
JT and Hal, what did you guys have computer wise in your school?
Hal had an abacus.
We had iPhones. No, I'm just kidding. We had I think we were second gen after you guys, because it was late 80s when I got into it. And we had some of the Apples laying around, and they were actually still used. You didn't want to use it because there was a newer computer, but they still used them. And then we had some of the late 80s, early 90s IBMs. I remember a kid, he wanted to prove how much he knew about computers, so he decided to remove the spacebar key, and he couldn't get it back in.
I was going to say, that's the hardest one to get back on with it.
He had to walk it down to the principal's office, which was hilarious at the time. Looks like you know a lot, man.
That's funny.
Now, I know Hal's answer to this, but Todd, did they still have a typewriter lab, like a typewriter room in your school, in high school?
Absolutely.
Because we graduated the same year. I took typing with Miss Cohen.
I took typing as well. It's the reason I type with my hands in the right spot today. ASDF, exclamation point, XYZ. You would, over and over. And we were on electrics. Oh, I've got a funny story for you. There are going to be people who are going to laugh, and people are going to, I don't understand it. This past
Hal had an Enigma machine.
Exactly.
That's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Everybody making fun of Hal for being old.
That's right. So we were up at my sister-in-law's this past weekend, and my niece was filling out her first job application, and she took a little online test to see how quickly and how many words per minute she could type. And then she says, guys, what does this mean in words per minute? Mechanical or electric?
Uh-huh.
And they actually were using an old standardized job application.
Yeah.
And then the next box over said shorthand, words per minute.
Oh.
So mechanical versus electric typewriter. So really interesting. All right. Well, it's time to move on to a film that brings much joy and more disappointment. We are going to see the preview center, and then we're going to go to Cypress Gardens. Brian, there might be some water skiing. I don't recall, but high chance of it. And then we're going to see a little bit of Circus World. So this is, most likely pre-Disney World, but we're going to, you could still go in there after it opened. But
okay, so we're
a
doing
bit.
Preview Center, Cypress Gardens,
and Circus
and maybe
World.
some Circus World. Okay,
so
these people had the full, late 70s or early 70s experience here.
Exactly. All right, number 4 on my mark, gentlemen. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's the Welcome Center.
Weekum.
Weekum.
Naruto right there.
That's an interesting.
Nice slow. Look, there's a hood up.
Florida.
The hoods are up on all the cars because if you drove 200 miles to Florida, you probably ran out of oil.
Oh, look at these ladies running on the beach.
I like to.
Did you get that?
Yeah, we're
here we
holding this
are.
up.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
There we are. The Preview Center.
Did you park right in front without a problem?
Oh, go in. Come on. Go.
You just you threw your keys to Mickey and said, "Keep it running. I'll be back in a minute."
Ain't much in here, is there, bud?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Ow, look at those cars.
Here
we go. Oh boy.
What is that water skiing? Is that a
clown.
beaver or something?
Clown.
It's a clown.
Clown.
Yeah.
He's on 2 skis. He's got 2 outboard motors too.
I wish this was Jaws 3.
They're so funny.
He's swinging it wide here. Oh, they're not going very quick with him.
I think the frames on the film is a little low, but this one runs about 10 minutes. So if there's a vote that we get bored with it, you just let us know because there's a lot of water skiing.
There they go.
Oh,
Hal, why don't you? Can you talk about the aerodynamics and fluidity and properties of water skiing while this goes on? Because it's going to be a little bit.
Sure. So we're going to talk about some.
He's not going fast at all.
Yeah, this is not working.
Yeah, I would say your frame rate's pretty right, Todd, based on how he was sinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the wake off the boat is indicative of the speed he's going to. He's not going that fast.
So for those confused on the other line, frames per second is the number of individual pictures you see per second. Most cameras back then recorded at 16 or 18, sometimes 24. And I was working on one today that just didn't seem right at 24, and they changed their camera setting while we're running at 20. So
I'm gonna ask the question because I know Hal has been there. I think he's the only one. What do they do with this area now that this is Legoland?
So they have a pirate themed Lego water ski show that they
Are you serious?
They do a water ski show. Okay.
Wow, now I want to go.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, the clown.
They capsized.
Oh boy.
And actually they just reopened a boat area that used to have like a boat tour through there, and now they pirate themed it so it works too. So there's quite a bit of old Cypress Gardens back. Like you can see
nice.
This view still exists today within Legoland with that little thing back there. Yeah.
That's cool.
And there's the Southern Bells sitting on
they're made out of Legos now instead of
they have them made out of Legos.
Oh, wow.
That's very clever.
So it
got some Cypress Garden water skis here.
It was funny, gentlemen, that during the computer film, our chat rate went through the roof, and it is now just kind of like, I think we're starting to put people to sleep with the water skiing.
That was my experience going to Cypress Gardens as a kid. I was never more bored.
Oh, that's right. He caught you.
There's some cypress knees. Woo!
If only that Elmer the janitor was here at Cypress Gardens.
Yeah, right.
Anybody look him up yet? Did anybody go and look up
I'm still
Elmer?
befuddled by that movie. I'm like, this movie was written for children or old people? Because if the movie was targeted to old people, I think it would have worked perfectly. But if that computer film was written to educate children, I don't understand how that was going to work. Oh, there we go.
That's a clown puppet.
I do
And
like
a juggler.
those outfits, though.
Oh, he looked at.
We're gonna wear those outfits for Retro Magic.
Oh, this is
Circus
It's
World.
Circus World.
This is Rolly Crump Circus World here.
All they do is juggle, apparently.
There was a lot of clown play.
Thank God, that's the only kind of.
Having the clown college there helped them a great deal. So
But there's this show, The Day the Circus Came to Town. I still remember that. I think
you know,
Oh,
baby,
boy.
you know,
once or
baby
twice.
cried that day. How?
Yeah.
So, guys, you're not gonna believe this. James Cavan, who was Elmer there,
Yeah.
he was in Highway to Heaven, The Dukes of Hazzard, Beauty and the Beast, Quantum Leap. He was on Alice. Somebody, I believe, said that in the chat. And he was also in Remington Steele and The Woman
Look at
in
that
Red.
turtle.
Yeah, a tortoise and a donkey.
Not moving.
There's-
Was he
they're
in that
very
Beauty
old.
and the Beast that had like the really weird looking heavy metal?
With,
Yeah, I think
with
so.
Linda Hamilton, right? Wasn't she
Is that
the?
who it was?
I think she was
That
the
was
lead
good.
That
actress. yeah.
nose and the
And
yeah.
Vincent the Beast. It's on
Maybe-
CBS.
Oh, it was Ron.
Yeah.
Ron.
Oh,
what's his
Ron.
name?
Right, that's right. Ron Perlman, right?
Perlman,
There you
yep,
go.
That's it.
Yeah,
Here we go. Is there a
Oh,
roller
yeah.
coaster at Circus World?
There was.
there was.
The Florida Hurricane.
Where's that now?
I think they might have sold it to someone.
Oh, and they dismantled it. What was it called? The Florida
Yeah.
Hurricane.
It was called the Florida Hurricane, and then it got when it became
Still
more walking
juggling.
baseball. It
Lot of
We got some
jugglers.
juggling going on. There's a
He's
high
juggling
wire
with
act coming
bowling
up.
pins.
This is what I remember of when we get slides of Circus World. It's just a lot of like show rings and
Oh, I see you.
and then you think of Rowley telling us the story about Dick Nunis getting mad at him because he told him that, I learned everything from you and we're going to make Circus World even better than Disney World, and it is not better than Disney.
Oh, he's going for big air here. Here we go. Get ready. That's triple or quadruple. Oh, this really enamored the cameraman.
People pay what, $90 a ticket now to see this in downtown Disney at the
I think it was
Cirque du
called.
Soleil.
Okay, no, I think it was called
Oh.
the Roaring
He
Tiger
dropped a
when
cup.
it was at Circus World and they renamed it to the Florida Hurricane when it became Fort Walker Baseball.
Mm.
Look
Look at that. What's that leg doing there? He's
High wire
playing
tequila.
tricks.
Tequila.
I wonder if this was the Walendas. It might have been.
The Flying Walendas?
They were stuck
Could
at
have been.
Circus World. Like they had a.
Could have been. I mean, so part of the deal I think was, if you did your winter camp someplace, it's like
We got a
it's
lot of
a chance
answers
to-
here telling us the roller coaster is still running in Arkansas. So
Oh,
Oh,
there we
wow.
go.
Look at that.
The Arkansas Twister.
That was a good roller coaster.
It's amazing
Here
that
we
it's
go.
cost effective to take that down.
And move a whole
Yeah, a whole
coaster.
entire coaster.
Especially a wooden one. I could see
Well,
a
I mean-
metal like unbolted.
Right,
but-
right,
They-
exactly.
I mean, they didn't manufacture it there, so they had to take it apart, ship it there, put it together.
Oh,
and
sure,
then
but I'm
just
just saying the
put it-
cost that much later. And Brian's talked about how demolition is so expensive, so that you only get into the matter of taking something.
You would
apart,
be
bolt by
surprised
bolt.
how often it seems that people relocate roller coasters.
It is. That's true. They are relocated off.
I hope it was screwed and not nailed. That's all. Like 4-inch wood screws and not 4-inch nail.
Oh, look
Oh,
at that!
there's-
Look at that! Just
Oh,
a loop.
a
Oh,
looping
one of the
coaster.
loops.
Loop to the loop
Ooh.
here. Yeah, there it goes. Double loop.
So-
No,
so
that's a
they
single.
might have had.
Oh, this
that
is an out and
before-
back. This is an out. It's like
Oh,
it's
they're
like
going backwards?
it's like it's like lightning loops at Six Flags Great Adventure. That's all.
I wonder
did.
if they had that before Busch Gardens had theirs.
Here we go.
Who are
Buckaroo
you?
Jacko.
I'm the bearded lady.
It's Brutus, the barber beefcake. Before he became a wrestler, he was a
Oh, really?
no.
No, I'm
I'm
you know,
just-
you're the
I'm going with it. Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
this is Richard
Oh.
Carpenter.
Oh,
When
is
Cat-
that
when-
what's he chopping?
I It's chopping off the
Chopping
head of a.
broccoli.
Oh,
Brian picked
that
that
was,
one.
I did. Yes, Dana Carvey.
Yes.
It was like an audience member. It was a bearded audience member that he was like doing the. We're gonna cut your head off. And now is Gunther.
Oh, look at this.
Here we go.
This
is
we
like
got the leaping
Here we
dogs.
go.
It's like best in show here.
Got one. Oh, that dog's walking on his back legs. Look at
Wait,
that.
look at the.
Oh,
Can
it's
we
a
talk about
bear.
the?
It's a
Wait,
dog walking through.
come on, the matching outfits. These are like terrific.
Oh boy.
You ever think about doing a dog calendar?
Whoa!
Oh. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah. And now, guys, we got to rate this compared to the one we saw last month, back in the holidays. When remember the dogs that came out of the.
Look at that one
getting the
holding
guy?
the rope.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, we're doing the.
Look at that.
And now I wonder why this ever went out of business. It was just
Well, when there's a dog riding a pony, that's
right.
that's Yankee
A
Doodle,
little
the dog.
and pony show.
That's Yankee Doodle. He rode on a pony.
Ride the pony.
Honey, will you believe that? Look at that dog's riding on that pony.
I think there's a dog climbing a ladder.
Well, there's a fire. He's got to put the fire out.
JT, if this dog changes out an electrical outlet, I'm going to be impressed. You said it was simple to do. So.
He's certified.
Oh.
He talked to Sally Struthers. He wanted to make more money. Nobody will get that reference, but Art Miles will get the reference.
The correspondence school, you can learn
make
VCR
more money.
repair.
Sure, we
can
all
learn
do.
VCR
There it
repair,
is. Look
buddy.
at that. Your pal Brandon said, "Sure, we all
Somebody said
do."
it.
All right.
Yep. Okay.
Poor humiliated horses.
Carrie, you're right. Beauty and the Beast was very angsty. It was a
Where's she
very
going? Look at that.
dramatic
She's-
drama every week.
Where's she going?
Look at this. Climbing up a pole. Like a horseshoe. She's going to stand. Oh my gosh. There's so much
Without the
wrong with
assistance
so much
of a
wrong
net.
with this. Wait a minute. What the hell is he doing?
He's somehow.
His foot is attached to the pole at the top.
There's
someone-
so much wrong with this.
Someone made the choice that this is what I want all of my footage to be of, like of this circus show.
There is very little else to film here, Brian.
I'm aware.
Oh my gosh.
But to your point, they could have filmed all the stuff at the preview center, and they
No, but they chose to bring
went
this
crazy
home.
here.
This
Now, are
guy's out here
these-
scooping up
Look at-
elephant dung.
Yeah.
Look at
Yeah,
all
he
the
has
elephant
got to keep
poop.
it clean.
Holy cow!
Are these the same elephants that would have traveled around the country on the train?
I don't know.
Yeah, yes, I believe so.
Oh,
So, like, they were
so
down here
housed
in the
there.
off
Look
season?
at that.
That's wow.
Look at those legs. He's really working hard, boy.
Yeah.
I mean, it is impressive.
Oh, look at these
What?
Starship. What the hell are those?
What year is this?
This is what they shot down over Lake Huron.
Yes.
Big silver object. Look at that
Finally.
outfit. Wow.
Garden.
That is
Don't tell
like-
him that's Epcot 40 material right there. That's our outfits, gentlemen. Tighty whities and a triangle suit.
He's
Everybody in the
Prince
future
Namor.
was gonna have something with a triangle on it.
Exactly. Oh.
Wait, that's it.
That's
Is it sad? I wanted
Oh,
more.
Just as good.
I'm so sad, everyone. The 11 and a half, almost 12-minute video is over. You're going to have to
All right.
just
All right,
put the
let's
rest
get
of the
back,
circus in your mind.
Exactly. Well, we've got a half hour left, so I think we're going to time this well because we have a good one coming up. We got a good one here.
Oh,
This
I'm
is very
excited for
good.
This one.
High quality here.
This is high
Yes.
quality. This is a SeaWorld in 20 frames per second. So
SeaWorld.
And Walt Disney World, and this is 16 millimeter. So going back to what we've talked about, it was an expensive endeavor to bring 8 millimeter to the film to the parks, but let alone 16 millimeter. So
16
I
millimeter.
haven't started yet, but I'm basing on the first frame here.
Frame
if
here,
you get excited about seeing the old Orlando footage in the Ernest movie,
yeah,
go 10 years prior to that. That's what this looks
you want to
like.
see what it was like to land at McCoy
yeah.
Orlando Airport back then.
is that arriving or is that departing somewhere?
I think this is
I think it's arriving because of that.
It's got to be arriving because the luggage guys, the Sky
because
guys.
that walk is still there. Like you still come out there.
All right. Well, let's get some eagle
totally
eyes
different
on
building.
it.
Totally different building. Other side of the field.
Yeah, this is McCoy before the new terminal opened. So
It's not on yet.
So All right, here we go.
Here we go. Let's start
Let's
this.
start it. 'Cause
We're
talking about
we
it.
can
Nobody
talk
can
all
see
night.
anything. All right, gentlemen. On my mark. 3, 2, 1, go. There it is.
Jason asked what year this is.
We
Todd.
don't know.
Based on the cars? Come on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
JT.
I have it as
I need a
76.
minute.
76. All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's Eastern Airlines, and there is
the Quality Inn. Holy
Yeah.
crap!
This is the
it's-
Quality
yeah.
Inn, which is now the Sheraton right by Universal that gets some of the worst TripAdvisor ratings you can find. Literally, people are like, whatever you do, don't stay in this dump.
In this tower, they
In
don't.
this particular hotel, which is near Universal now, it's still there.
It was one of
And-
the most distinctive hotels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the
architecturally,
official
I've been
resort
for
of
the longest
retro
time.
magic here, I
It's
believe.
got the ball lights too, the globe lights.
Oh, they're there.
There's the tripping
Look at
hazard
that.
pool. Everybody had that in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah. Yeah, there.
The
Vinyl-
chairs.
Ooh,
Look at
Oh.
that. I need that shirt.
Whew.
I need
Oh,
that
Roy
shirt.
Orbison.
Where are we here? I see monorail track.
Yeah, we're
There's
TTC.
taking a
It's on
Oh,
taxi.
there's the
Yeah.
Polynesian.
We took the
There's the trams.
There you
yeah.
I'd
Oh,
like
they
to
had
get those
both?
trams.
They had both
I
kinds
wish-
of trams running.
And
I
they
wish
could
I had
walk.
one of them
Look
trams
at
here
everybody's
right now.
walking. They're walking.
I like the
Wish I-
orange and brown
Jeez.
tram.
Wish I had one of them trams here right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, why is that, Dick?
Oh, you're not supposed to
Well,
walk on the grass.
Nobody
kid.
did this.
Friend.
This
You're
is
not
like-
my friend.
We need a friend shirt, Hal. Get out that one. Get that one
This
ready.
would make headlines right now. if Somebody
Yeah.
broke a rule like that.
What do they think this is?
Uh-uh.
Hong Kong Disneyland?
Here
It's
it
in
comes.
Circus World, kid.
That's right.
Oh,
There's no Epcot line.
Space Mountain. Space.
People are asking what year is
Mountain.
this? 76, according to the reel. 76.
oh, we missed the drive-through.
Well,
I didn't.
let's see.
Oh, it's an Elon clock.
The
Elgin,
Magic
right? Isn't it
Kingdom.
Elgin?
Yeah, that is the
Elgin, thank you.
Yeah.
I never understood the blue flowers in Mickey. I gotta.
Oh, they have blue
What
eyes.
There's
Yeah.
black flowers somewhere?
Crying in the rain.
I know.
got
that's
some
true.
stars and
There's
stripes.
your stars and stripes for
it's
76.
patriotic.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why.
And a soldier. Bunch
Oh,
of soldiers.
oh,
Oh, look.
well,
Senior
Senior
American Days.
What's Senior America? That's a new one.
They would have Young at Heart Days. They would have
Okay.
too. Anything to get old people to come when kids were in school.
Yeah.
50 plus, Jim says
Yeah.
on
Oh,
here.
50 plus. Okay.
Yeah.
Jason wants to know where are the nuns.
Holy
You have to
wait,
spot
so
them.
I would qualify for Senior American Days.
You would. You would. We're not far behind, but you get it.
Where's my
first.
discount ticket? bar?
Another
Friend.
friend.
It's Snow White and
friend.
Friend.
Wow, they're double booked on the Jungle Cruise.
I'm just getting that shirt. I'm just going to wear a shirt that says Friend all the time now.
Let people approach you.
And only if somebody has a matching shirt that says Enemy.
Look at those. Those elephants are moving. I tell you, they never move like that. They don't move like that.
You
Steve
are
McQueen.
You are correct, Haston. Kids get taken out of school all year now, which is why there's
Yeah.
no such thing as a low period anymore.
All that bunting.
Oh, there
Look
should
at them,
be
people are just laying around on the front of the
Yeah.
They really were. Bow riding. That's dangerous.
wait, the Friend shirt, an Enemy shirt, and then one that's just like, I'm indifferent. You know, I don't.
Did you
Swiss-
see
no,
that
just
Haunted
Switzerland.
Mansion line?
Switzerland.
Getting close up. Mickey's getting mobbed.
Mickey.
Oh, I love
Oh,
that.
that's it.
Row.
Work it on your
Row.
vacation.
Row.
I see a kid with a little canoe or a little oar there. That's interesting.
Yeah.
It's the world's best looking, most boring ride.
Should we do a revisited version of that, Brian?
Oh boy.
Yes.
I can do it.
You just have paper mache puppets that are look like they're underwater.
Papier mache.
Castle.
Oh, Bunny's already looking for a 20K. Oh, look at him sitting on the edge there.
Oh, the jets are on there.
Yes. Are,
Matt, I love
Concourse
Matt's comment.
tomorrow.
This
Yeah.
sets a record for the longest movie before they get to the parade part. It's so true. I can't recall if the parade is in here, but judging,
I don't know.
well, they're
we're
leaving.
really
Leaving.
cruising
They're
now.
done.
There's still 5.5 minutes to
Oh, but
go.
they're
so
back. But they're back.
There'll,
That's
there'll be a
weird.
parade eventually.
They were on the resort line.
Hopefully, there's
Yeah.
a giant sandwich.
I think.
Kind of.
Tobacconist.
Yeah.
Where's? Oh, there they are. They're waiting
There
for the
comes
parade.
the parade.
Here it comes.
There it
Bucket
is.
hats.
Hey, there's the parade. Everybody loves a parade.
So if in case
Look at the
anybody's
Hallmark
wondering,
cards and get out.
if anybody's wondering, all the films that we showed tonight will be released very quickly. We've got to get through our backlog, so these are all ready to go. They're all up on YouTube, and we'll be released out very
See,
quickly.
see those popcorn? What are the bubble lights down there? The popcorn lights that surround the stage. Now, if I wish they were cool, Johnny Cash used to stomp on them while they were lit while he was performing. Yeah, I want to see like Brer Rabbit stomping on them.
He would now.
House of Magic.
Blaze of Glory.
Mini.
So they're going up.
Oh,
SeaWorld. 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 I don't know the rest of the words
There's
to
the whole
SeaWorld song.
What a photo op.
Look at that. Yeah. Had a great entrance. And look at, there's
the Pengy.
Peppy the Penguin
Yeah,
or whatever.
Look at him.
And
those are Epcot
flamingos.
It's just waiting.
The seals are very hungry.
Yep.
Oh, they're being fed. Look, they're
wonder if we're
being
gonna see
fed.
the otter show. The otter show was fun. I remember.
Just please give me a mini fish. There it is.
Whale and Dolphin Stadium. Okay, here we go.
They worked hard to name that one.
It's still called that.
Hello, whale.
Look, they got rights for 100 years, Brian. The whales and the dolphins signed a pact for that, so it's they got advertising rights on it.
Oh, there's Shamu swimming in a little pool.
Oh, look, it's George Washington. This is a.
Do you know this one?
Oh, yeah, this
show.
This would be the the bicentennial show.
A salute to all nations.
Seal and Penguin Stadium.
Yeah.
We're never gonna survive unless we get a little crazy.
How is this the same one they did the otter show in later on?
Yes.
It is.
Yeah,
okay.
this
Well, it eventually became the Seal and Otter Show.
Seal and Otter
the
Show.
Sea Lion and Otter Show. Yeah, that's
Okay.
we just saw it a couple weeks ago.
How is it? Was it good?
Yeah, it's still good. They're all preachy now.
Oh, this is the Dingling
Conservation.
Yeah, it's all. It's not just like rock and roll
Tower.
high school anymore.
Man, I've never seen that in white.
Look at those birds and that dolphin.
3 minutes left.
Look at that parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that pose right there.
There's Stars Hall of Fame.
There it is.
Wow.
They might see a wax figure or two. No, they don't go inside.
now they're in Tampa. Now they're at
the dark continent, Busch Gardens. Yes.
What is happening?
This looks exactly the same now, I think. I don't think they've sunk another dime into that place.
I think you're right. It does look almost exactly like this.
Looks like the set of Thunder in Paradise.
It's just so funny when you compare Morocco to like their 1970s cement block version of Morocco.
Yeah.
It's just
not much different.
No, there's Adventureland.
Yeah, they did.
Or Nairobi.
Oh, the old
Sky
monorail.
Monorail, yeah.
Yeah, the hanging monorail.
And this is probably this is when the brewery was still there.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's Friend. She's not our friend today, though.
She's not. They want to be her friend. They're going to chase her all over. She don't run away from them.
Oh, he's got his Mickey shirt. Yeah.
He bought a shirt
yesterday.
Why is everybody coming out of like a dark tunnel?
I need something clean. Wear your Mickey shirt we bought.
Exactly.
I wonder if they're coming out of the Bat Cave.
Oh, and their eyes are Budweiser.
Oh,
that's
the kid's
nice.
got his Budweiser
Kid's
shirt
got
on.
a Budweiser shirt on.
You don't see kids wearing beer shirts
No, you
anymore.
really don't.
It's a shame. We have another one. We have one in our archive where the kid's wearing like a Stroh shirt or something.
Gosh, look at the monorails and Sky buckets.
It's unbelievable. That is a cool monorail.
It was not air conditioned and it was blazing hot.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's
the
the
flume.
We have slides of that, and then that long set of steps that people walked up.
Yeah.
My gosh, it's just like that's right, the open walkway there.
It's
and
like
there's
2
a
beer
little-
kegs.
I remember there's a restaurant area there, and then like the line for the jump.
There's an ice cream stand back there. Look at that. I mean, it looks like you're at Wildwood, New Jersey on the boardwalk there.
It's just like they bought it off the shelf and just stuck it somewhere.
Yeah, we'll just put it here.
Yep, this will work.
I like it's over.
How many times are these
little
kids going
waterway,
on
too.
this?
I think it's the whole family, one after all combinations.
They've never been. Look at it. It's the
They're
funniest
having a
thing
good
they've ever
time.
done in their life. There he is, Eddie the Eagle or whatever.
Cheap trip to Nairobi. Oh.
I did take the train trip.
There
it is. Busch, Michelob, Budweiser.
Oh, goodbye.
20 seconds.
Yeah, 20 seconds left.
Yep, they're waving.
Well,
He tried to end it. And he had some
we still
more
got some
footage.
film left. Let's shoot these flamingos.
They're flamingoing away.
We could do the kids, but we'll just
Still more. I thought it was done, honey.
Oh,
All right,
look.
one more.
Oh, they're going
So
in
we
the
gotta-
brewery. And now they're coming out.
There's that news van again. And that's it. We're just sitting on the.
There we go.
Yep. All right. I think we have.
So are you running number 6, or are you doing the teasers here?
Number 6 is Mr. Hubert Humphrey. We're going to do that, and then we'll roll through some teasers. We'll take some questions, and we'll wrap it up at 10.
So we did run this on a previous movie night. And I suggested to Todd that we do an encore.
Yep.
1, because it's brief. 2, because it's rare. And the setup for it is in 1972, Hubert H. Humphrey had been the vice president of the United States from 1965 to 1969. And he wanted to run against President Nixon that year in 1972. He was one of the Democratic candidates, and he needed to win the state of Florida. And so part of his campaign, crack campaign, albeit his brief campaign for president that year, was to stop with some of his grandkids and his wife and go to Walt Disney World. So they landed on the Stolport, and you'll see 2 minutes and 14 seconds of his visit to Walt Disney World.
All right. On my mark, gentlemen, if you're going to play along at home, it's up to you.
So happy President's Day.
That's right. 3, 2, 1, go. I just love the rarity of this, though.
Oh, yeah.
And we paid a ton of money for it. Keep those donations coming in.
There's Shawnee Airlines.
Yeah.
I mean, part of that had to be bring them in and showcase that you could fly in, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This is a beautiful 16 millimeter film. I mean, the color on this was just, I didn't have to do much of this. We did run cleaned it up a little bit.
So I assume that's Mrs. Hubert Humphrey with him?
It is Mildred, I think.
And his granddaughters, I think, are with
sense.
him.
Humphrey.
And I think we dated this, Brian, based on the sticker that the.
Oh, we know the day. It was reported. He's rocking his seersucker jacket.
Yep.
I believe it was March, but based on when the Florida primary was, but there was like news articles and all on it.
Yeah.
So
he's getting swamped.
That ultra rare ticket sign.
Yeah, you mentioned that last time. How it's pretty cool.
I'm like, wow.
Was able to get on any ride. These poor kids.
Jim Thomas, you're correct. Yeah, the park was about 4 or 5 months old here. It was. I'm pretty sure it was March.
Yeah, the plaid is the red jacket person too. Yeah.
Yep.
That's a different look for them, I think.
Yeah, because she's got the big gold ambassador, and she has the red, white, and blue belt. More similar to the first, pre-plaid. I love this shot.
The preview center.
Yeah, that's really neat. They're probably shooting that from the bus looking down. Yeah, for the second floor of the bus looking down.
When we got this film too, all these clips were out of order. It made no sense whatsoever. So I rearranged them to be proper as he went through.
Like Secret Service.
Yeah,
hanging on the back, like it's hanging on the back.
Like it's the motorcade.
Yep.
But we're the grassy knoll behind you.
And there you are.
That's it. All right. Well, we have 2 more here for you. One, we will actually turn Zoom off and play. Actually, I think I'll play both of them widescreen. We have announced that on March 15th of this year, we are going to debut one of our revisited series of films that we put together. So if you recall in the past, we did Horizons Revisited, which is the HD interpolated ride-through, thanks to Hao and his camera that he mounted on a tripod and everybody else that submitted footage. And we upscaled it to HD. We did a 3D version of it, a lot of really, really cool stuff. And then also thanks to Hao and a few other folks, we did Kitchen Cabaret Revisited, right? And we released that one, which is the full multi-camera edit of Kitchen Cabaret. How I think you went in there like, I don't know, 6 or 7 times.
I spent an entire day just watching Kitchen Cabaret and shooting different angles of the characters. So,
and for some reason, I feel like we did another Revisited. I feel like I did another one. I'm not even remembering it. In fact, I have to search the website. I swear we did another one. But anyway.
Horizons.
Well, that was the first one, yeah. So we have another one to add to that. We have
the
been
Studer Computer Review Revisited.
That's right. We have completed, it's 99.8% done, but we have completed the Journey into Imagination Revisited series. So it's a complete ride through of the attraction, upscaled to HD, color corrected, all the good stuff that we can do with the best footage that we could have. No surprise, Mr. Hal Bauer has donated a lot of that footage. Mark Marcuse, he donated footage, as well as a few other people, including my dad, actually. And we had multiple tracks. We synced them all together.
You want me to run over to his house and thank him?
Yeah.
Todd's dad lives like 10 minutes from me.
Yeah, go over there and just knock on the door and say thanks. So.
Who are you? Don't you worry who I am. Just thank you.
Just thank you. I appreciate it.
You're one of those hooligans my son hangs out with.
Exactly. So I'm going to play two things here. One, I'm going to play the teaser trailer that we threw on YouTube, and I want you to look very carefully. There are wipes showing the original footage and what we've done to enhance it. And,
all right. Am I muting myself for this so we can?
Yeah, we're gonna mute. Well, I'm gonna turn Zoom off, and we'll come back. So
Okay.
look carefully, and then we're gonna show you something else real quick. So let's we're gonna go quiet here. We're gonna turn off Zoom and let you see the preview. All right, we're back from Zoom here. So, judging from the comments, I think people are pretty happy that we're going to.
I think you need to run that again.
You want to run it again?
I think everybody needs to see it again.
All right, we'll see it again. Let's do that.
All right.
All right, we're back. So, as a special treat, I did put a couple clips together for everybody to see. So, we'll show you some actual footage here from Revisited. So, it's very quick. And if Brian asks, maybe I'll play it again. So, here's some actual footage from Journey into Imagination Revisited.
Lovable fellow, from edge of childish delight. Look, hills and rainbows play a part. This is where visions begin.
There we go. There's our preview to Journey into Imagination Revisited. So a little bit about what we did to get there. we also not only took Hal's video that he provided to us and multiple people, but we actually were able to get a lot of the audio tracks from different sources. And it's really interesting. The music and the different rooms, we had to put them together and blend them to the ride because there is no one set piece of music and attraction audio that goes all the way through. So we had to seamlessly blend all of the individual rooms. What do we have? How we had what was one? Theater, right? Theater is one of them.
Oh yeah.
I forget the others.
And even within one of the areas, like when we talked to George, even within like just the arts room, there were probably I think 3 or 4 different tracks that would run as you move through.
Right.
Like where the paintbrush was, where Figment was with the paint buckets, and so there were very even subtle transitions between those places as you move from one section to another section.
Right.
So and I remember
the yeah.
Go ahead. No. Go ahead.
And then the big transitions between areas where they butted up against each other, like you come out of the art room into literature and you're hit with the spooky Figment stuff right away, where the keys are changing, and so there's a lot of really hard work done there to make that all blend together.
Yep. And this is what the system looks like. This is the edit that I've been working on, and you can see all the different cuts. These are all different camera tracks, and going in there and actually finding the right piece of footage. And then these green lines are the music. You can see I've got some tracks locked once I'm happy with it. So as things come in and out, fade in and out. And this is all low resolution here. And then we put it through a system that does some AI processing on it and gives us the ride as we want. So a lot of work goes into matching. And not only that, the problem is that every single one of these clips might have a different timing on it, and we have to actually find where the sync point is for the animatronics movements to make sure that it looks like it's timed well. So it's a lot of work.
At any point, did the teacher walk into the room while you were working on this computer, Todd, and interrupt you?
They did actually. I had to let them kind of dial in and get some information, and then shut down the computer, and I had to bring it all back up again. So yeah, it did happen.
Well, as I think I was the only one of us that was at Epcot 30. Some of you out there will remember that they, in addition to having Ron Schneider and Steve Taylor and Tony Baxter on stage to going through the attraction, they did their best to recreate it through video and ran it. And just the clips that we've seen tonight, this is like the difference between seeing somebody's blurry 8mm home movie footage versus high definition laser discs and car phones.
It is night and day. And I'm going to show everybody something here. There's a couple photos. Let me see if I can find it.
It's similar how they did the new Indiana Jones movie. They de-aged Harrison Ford with de-aging Figment. I mean, we take thousands of clips and it, AI does its thing. It's amazing.
Pretty much. So let me just find I want to show everybody what we were able to do with some of this. Some of the images that we had were really, really small, and how far along the artificial intelligence has come today to be able to, take that photo and just enhance it beyond anything we've been able to do.
Todd, somebody asked in the chat if there's going to be a movie night when we release this, or are you just releasing it to the ether?
There will be a movie night. That movie night will be March 15th. So it will be programmed in.
I want to make sure that's on my calendar.
It'll be programmed in and announced relatively soon. So
that's a Wednesday.
I have it here. Journey into Imagination Revisited movie night is on my calendar.
So let me just I'm trying to find a good photo that would work here. So Brian, keep everybody entertained while I grab this. So let's take some more questions, and then
Brian, you held your phone up perfectly. It looked like Nixon was your background right when you held it there.
So really, I was just checking my calendar.
It's just perfect.
And then I had 19 notifications from Twitter, and I was like, what's going on? And then I put it down because Todd's like, hey, it's time to entertain everybody.
I'll have
what would you guys like to know? I'm looking at the Beware movie night. I think you just what did we just announce? Yeah, the movie night. Yeah.
Movie night, Retro Magic.
Oh, there's an Orlando City game that night. Well, that's it. We're canceling it. That's it.
We can't do.
Is that football or
football?
Well, yes, it is, but they call it soccer here.
Yeah.
Oh.
All All right, hold on.
I did get a
Maize.
text. I did just
Maize,
get a
what you
text from
call
Richard
corn.
Nixon. The beauty of that is, Guru, is that you can watch it when you get home from the game, and it'll be
That's
like
true.
you're there with us live.
That is true.
Or I understand that these newfangled cell phones, you can take them with you and actually watch the game
You could
while
just
you're watching the.
Pop your AirPods in. And...
Especially if it's a crappy soccer game, as I frequently do at my nephew's sports games. If it's not going particularly well, I'm sitting there looking at Instagram videos and playing Wheel of Fortune. And
I'm sorry, I'm trying to find this photo that I want to do it with, and all of a sudden I can't find it.
So how did you have any computers in school?
We did. So my first foray into computing would have been in junior high school. I think it was in so it would have been seventh grade or eighth grade. I think eighth grade. We had like 9 weeks of independent study, and we had a lab with 4 TRS-80s. Probably the Model 1s.
And that would have been the first ones out. Yeah.
And so I taught myself basic programming there. And then when I got to high school, there was a mix of stuff. So our computer lab still had TRS-80s in them. And in that, I had one class where I learned Pascal. And another class where I learned BASIC. But then in the classrooms themselves, it's like there was one classroom, like our photography teacher had a Apple II with a green screen in it.
Okay.
So there were a couple of classrooms where there were individuals, but the computer lab thing was still very much a real deal. But the interesting thing I think about that time in the 80s with computers is like there were so many different brands that ran their own operating systems that were incompatible with each other. And it was just fine. It's very weird now to me that there's basically 2 and 3 if you consider, Linux. And back then, it's like you had your choice between the Ataris and the Texas Instruments and the Apples,
the Tandys and the Apples and the Commodores,
the VIC-20 and they were all great.
Yeah, and as you moved into the 16-bit, you were getting into the Amigas, and there was just, and he's right. It was a matter of eventually a couple of them were going to win out. And the one that, Commodore sold more than any other computer. And I think it died first compared to, the Apples and the early IBM PC. They all became PCs. Basically they called everything PC. But just what a great time though. Like your friend would have a different kind of computer than you had, and you go over their house and Donkey Kong looked just as bad on their computer as it did on yours.
My neighbor Josh Barnes, he had an Atari as well, but like everybody else, like I knew one person that had the IBM PC Junior. It's funny, I didn't know it with any Apple IIs then. And then, but yeah, I mean, I knew people with TI 99s. I knew people that had the Timex Sinclair.
Yeah.
Was it the 1000 or the 2000?
Yeah.
But yeah, there were just so many different things out there simultaneously. It was a fascinating time.
And so for me, my friend Martin got married in 2016. He and his husband, Stephen, and they had their wedding in Manchester, England, where Stephen's from, in the Museum of Science and Industry there. So part of the wedding was, in addition to being in like the main hall where the wedding was, you could wander around and look at the exhibits. And I had no idea that the BBC Micro was a thing, because basically the BBC in the UK decided to build their own 8-bit computer for the country to buy. And that was like the big computer in the UK back then, like through the 80s, was the BBC Micro. And so I'm staring at this thing in the display case, like reading all about it. And then I'm like looking on Wikipedia, like, what is this thing? So there's a whole different thing going on in Europe than there was here. And if you remember, the Atari computers were gigantic in Europe, that all the 16 bits, I guess, over there.
Of like when they got to the 800 XLs and the
and the 1540 or what, the 520 STs and the
Oh, right. Oh,
1040 ST. Yeah,
Right.
all those ones that did all because they were big into the big thing I remember coming out of Europe was all of those what they call demos, where they would high-end graphics with like EDM music, like
those. I think those had a built-in MIDI interface, so it was
Yeah.
really popular. It was some of the first sequencing software was written for those.
All right,
So-
gentlemen, I got it ready here, so we can demo this real quick and show people what we've.
I hope
Thank
we've
God.
sufficiently entertained everybody with old man computer
It
talk.
did exactly what I needed, so I appreciate it. So let's add this in here, and let's see. We want to do window capture and we're going to. All right, so this is the software that we utilize to do HD upscaling, and you can see this particular image from Journey to Imagination is really poor quality, and I can change the type of filters that we use on it, and you can see just by doing this it cleans it up, and you're like, oh, this one, okay, it's really low res, it's a piece of art, so it's easy. This is one of my favorite ones here. So this is what it looks like originally. I'm going to zoom in,
Right.
and you can
look at this.
you can see how pixelated it is, right?
Yeah.
And when I bring this across, it just cleans it all up.
Look at that. And no, I think my eyes are getting better. Instead of a big dark blur, I see a big light blur.
Right. And we could use different settings here. There's all different types, very compressed, but you can certainly see the difference as I move this across, how it changes. And just another one to demo here. Here's Dreamfinder, before and after. And I can even go 4 times the original size. So that's what it looked like. And then when I bring it across, there's how it cleans it up. So every single image that you see and every single frame of video was put through a system like this to improve it. So next time I'll have that running ahead of time. So
Dan Haggerty really should have sued them for stealing his likeness is all I'm saying, because that is Grizzly Adams right there.
That's right. Well, we all lost a few people when I started demoing. Awesome. So many people donated, and we have a request. It looks like somebody wants to see the corgi. All right, I can do that for you, Emma. You donated $20. I think we can bring the corgi in. So there are 2 of them. One of them is a little bit more apt to come and sit in my lap. So I will be right back, and I will grab the corgi for you.
All right. The queen is going to get her corgis here. This is the royal corgis. Todd's royal corgis.
He needs to stroke it like a James Bond villain.
In his film lair.
I will try to answer your question, Tom. You asked for the trip planning. What events will happen on September 30th, approximate time? So anything that happens is going to be, if it'll be a VIP event on the Saturday night, and it will be in the evening, because we're going to be spending the day setting up the room and things like that, and so it will be after 5 p.m.
Separate ticketed event.
That right now that's the plan, but we haven't really. Oh, here comes the corgi. Any more details than that? You're gonna have to ask the corgi. He's gonna have to turn his background off now. Look at this corgi.
Here you go.
Is that Bane Dog?
Wait, no, that's not Bane Dog. All right, he's got to put his headphones back in. Everybody right here.
Does the corgi have headphones?
Right, he's got to put the headphones on the corgi.
I like how the corgi's just like,
he's gone.
What is happening here?
Yeah, she's very, very. Hold on, let me turn off the background. There we go.
Okay.
All right.
Oh gosh.
She looks like she's in a hostage video.
she's just
all
a
right.
very, very.
Jail dog.
Tell us about her, Todd. What's her name? What's her background?
So this is Fia.
Fia.
Fia. Yeah, she is low tone.
The Pennsylvania Higher Education Assistance Agency. That's what our college loan name is here. Fia.
Fia, and she came from. She's a rescue from Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
And, yeah, that's where she came from. She came from a backyard breeder. So unfortunately, they bred her a number of times, and so she had a number of litters, and she was driven up on a rescue, and we got her back in September, and she's only 20 pounds. She's a tiny little corg, right? You're pretty tiny, and she's
How did she make her way all the way to you? There's no rescue.
It was a long walk. That's why she's little.
Rescue between Oklahoma and.
No, there's a giant rescue here in New England that brings all types of pups, and it's very hard to get a corgi on rescue. But she will just sit with you all night like this. She just
I just can't stop laughing at Nick saying she's just like, so this is my life now.
Yeah,
I was really loving.
I have
Oklahoma.
to go on. I had babies.
The corn was as high as an elephant eye.
Exactly. Now I got to go on a podcast and all this stuff.
Literally everybody has a podcast, including this corgi.
Yeah. So she did. I'm trying to remember what the original name was.
Called Rescue Me.
But yeah, so she was also just sleeping, so she's sleepy, but she's a little firecracker.
You woke her up.
Well, no, she was.
Wake up! People want to see you.
Yeah.
Scooped her.
Right? Want to say hi?
Look,
but
she's a very sweet dog.
She's very, very sweet, and she just sits and watches TV with us every night. So.
And what does the other one do?
Yeah, she's the alpha dog. That's the one that just gets in trouble and
the non-rescue.
The non-rescue.
Can she have a table at Retro Magic where she just like does paw prints for people?
She would sit on my lap the entire flight. So I could love to bring her down. Yeah, she'll just do one
therapy dog.
Yes, exactly. Right? You give me a kiss. You good?
Oh,
not tonight. Yeah,
not tonight.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah, it's like, she's got a headache.
Oh, you guys smell that?
She needs Excedrin. Didn't you watch that pre-roll? She needs the Excedrin.
That's right. So, she's a good pup. Are you ready to get down? Huh?
There's a bed right behind you, Todd.
I'm ready to go back to Oklahoma.
There you go. You can just hold her. She'll chill out. So, corgi at the corrugated wall. I like that. The corgi at the
the corgi gated wall.
Oh, good goodness.
Just turn around.
Woo.
Nope.
I'm in charge now.
All right. You want to go down?
Oh.
How are you going to run and get Jimmy? Or are we,
I guess we can do that. If you want to do that, sure.
Somebody want to donate some money to get us?
We donate money so we don't do it anymore.
Rob just asked if the corgi can load the projector.
Absolutely. I'll teach her how to do that.
JT and I don't have dogs, so. Oh, Carrie's screaming, "Go get Jimmy!"
We've lost viewers. We've lost viewers, gentlemen. The dogs are not bringing in the viewers anymore. So,
well, dog people are a specific breed, so
that's right.
That's right. Pun intended.
All right. Well, thank you to everybody for joining with us tonight. We had a wonderful time. How is being summons off to Seabase Alpha? They filled
he just ran to get Jimmy. Jimmy the dog.
Oh, he did get a good. Oh, I apologize.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a rescue from Nebraska. So.
All right.
It is a hyper little thing, so it's. He might be scamper. Oh, there is that.
Oh, Jesus!
There's Jimmy. It's Jimmy.
Are you gonna turn the background off?
Yeah, we need to see Jimmy.
Look at that thing. I don't think I've ever seen your dog.
Oh, Jimmy's great.
Yeah, let me turn off the background here.
He's a lot of fun. He's like Scrappy Doo.
Jimmy's new
Look
in
at
town.
how excited the chat is. I don't know how many people we have left, but they're excited.
Yeah, okay.
Moving to New York set Jimmy back a little bit.
So I got all right, here. Preferences. There we go.
There he is.
There we go.
Look at that.
There's
thing.
Jimmy.
Old Jimmy.
Jimmy's also very chill right now. It's uncharacteristically chill.
I think I might have woken him up.
Oh.
Three regular dogs.
Hey, you want to say hi?
That's all right. Hal's going to take him out for a walk now anyway. So.
That's right. Well, we had one question there before we ended here. Somebody wanted, and I don't know if you answered this, gentleman. Did you answer what will happen on September 30th? Did you?
I
did.
You did.
Awesome.
I was addressing that.
I was fetching a corgi, so
before the corgi came in.
Right. Well, maybe we'll have a dog night and we'll all watch Best in Show together. How you don't have two left feet, do you?
I do have a room full of balloons, though.
All right, there we go. Pine nut, pistachio nut, white pistachio nut.
Okay.
We got them all. All right. On that note, everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate everybody's donations tonight. Thank you very much. It helps make all this possible. We've got about $1,000 worth of film and another $1,000 to process it down in Texas right now. So it makes all of these film nights possible. So if you can head over to lbvhs.org/donate and send in donations there. We much appreciate. We will be back on March 15th with Journey into Imagination Revisited. That trailer I showed you is on YouTube. You can sit there and play it every day if you'd like. Watch it every day until March 15th. It's just a few weeks away. Until then, thank you, everybody, and we will see you then.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, all.
From me and President Nixon.
We